My mom has scoliosis. She has scoliosis since she was a child. I believe when she was around 16 or so, she had spinal fusion done. And at that point, it was significantly worse as a procedure than it is now, but it was still sort of the same idea. With my brother, he got diagnosed with scoliosis and they put him in a back brace and they were like, hey, this back brace is fine, like as long as you wear it, you're gonna be fine in the end, don't worry about it. And so he did, he wore it all the time, but it got to the point where he needed surgery. And so he was a star athlete in high school. He had sort of a great athletic career ahead of him on top of his academic career, but the surgery really threw him out of athletics for like a period of around 12 months where he had to recover from that. On top of that, it was a huge incision in his back. There was a lot of hardware put into him, and he really struggled with like a lot of mental sort of like recovering on top of the physical recovering as he was going through that process. Also just so upsetting because you have this kid in the prime of his life essentially, and he's been sort of taken out of the game. And that was like a huge pivotal point in my mindset, was seeing like so much change in the quality of your life and nobody's doing anything about it. I sort of got together with a bunch of my biomedical engineering friends and we were like, hey, our degree is BME, we should be able to figure out a better solution to that. My name is Alexander Singh. I'm a fourth year biomedical engineering major and I'm CEO of Minimally Invasive Spinal Technology.
My name is Rohit Rasagi. I'm a fourth year biomedical engineer and I'm the COO of MIST.
My name is George Vitolkis. I'm the CTO of Minimally Invasive Spinal Technology, and I'm a third year biomedical engineering student at UVA.
So my name is Eric Talagani. I'm a fourth year biomedical engineering student, and with MIST, I'm the senior research manager. Scoliosis is a sideways curvature of the spine. A lot of times your spine will look like an S or a C. So AIS is adolescent idiopathic scoliosis. So adolescent, it affects people within the ages of 11 to 17. And idiopathic means that the cause of the disease is unknown.
So at MIST, we're developing two things. We're developing hardware to treat adolescent idiopathic scoliosis, which is an early curvature of the spine inside kids. We're developing an implant which applies asymmetric forces in the spine to counteract scoliosis, leading a more minimally invasive approach that leads to less pain and faster recovery and less fusion. Our software is a predictive model that actually predicts scoliosis over time, so surgeons can accurately see which patients need surgery and not.
Spinal fusion surgery right now, what they do is they wait until your spine is fully grown, your bones are done developing, and they cut you open and they put in essentially like a brace for your spine to hold it in place while they wait for your entire spine to fuse into one solid bone. What that's doing is treating the symptoms of scoliosis, so trying to get rid of the curvature. But what we're trying to do is treat the actual cause of scoliosis.
So we've developed the Thera implant, which is short for the thoracolumbar interbody realignment system, which structurally mimics an intervertebral disc. It has a polymer core and shell, and then two titanium end plates which would attach it to the vertebrae, and it would exert forces that would counteract the asymmetric loading of the scoliotic spine.
So essentially, think about it like a sort of spring. So if you have something that's really wedged together and you put a spring in it, it'll push it apart. And if you have something that's sort of spaced apart and you stretch out a spring and attach to both ends, it'll pull it down together. That's like a really simple way of thinking about it. And then because of research that's been done in the field, we know that those forces from one vertebra can extend to the next one. And so that's how we can treat scoliosis with one or two or maybe three of these implants rather than putting in multiple implants down the spine or fusing the entire spine together.
So what we're hoping to do is implant this device into an adolescent who will develop or is already developing scoliosis. Implant it early and watch the correction happen over the growth of the individual.
The way we think about it at MIST is that every day 104 children undergo spinal fusion in the United States for scoliosis. What we really believe in at MIST is creating patient-centered technology that really works for the individual patient so that they're getting the best treatment they can get. And so that's where things like our software package come in, because we can measure the exact amount of force that we need to apply to correct their curvature, and we can create them a specific implant. So right now we're patent pending. We're going to be filing for our full patent in August on the device. We're hoping that, I think the process normally takes around 2 to 3 years to get back a full patent and get that approved. So we're hoping that in 3 years' time, we'll have at least those 2 patents under our belt. I think that the ability to take a small idea and turn it into a product is so rewarding in the end if it works out, that really drives me personally. And I think it's the same for our team, that we're very driven by this passion to sort of help children and defeat, so to speak, scoliosis.
I think being a friend and running a business with someone go hand in hand. You're constantly working with them or constantly hanging out. It's the same thing with the co-founder. The co-founder has to be your friend because it's the same thing. You work with them all the time. You're constantly bouncing ideas off each other. And Alex and I are really, really good friends. And we constantly make jokes, we constantly have fun. But we know that when there's work to be done, we have to do it.
There's always times where we're faced with a lot of stress, and there's going to be times when we're down and we have to deal with things that are very hard. It's not necessarily just a positive mentality, it's sort of a growth mentality. It's how can I grow as an individual, learn from these mistakes, learn from these failures, learn from people around me, the world around me, and make sure that I'm keeping the best mindset going forward.
For me, it's seeing the potential impact down the road is what motivates me and wanting to help people. And I think that I'll tell you that we've gotten a couple responses through our website, being contact us at this email or whatever, and we've gotten a couple parents who've inquired about our project, being like, hey, my daughter has a severe scoliosis. I think this would be better for her than going through expensive, harsh spinal fusion surgery. And I think that seeing that interest and being able to be like, these people could be interested and could help them, I think that that's been very gratifying and very, rewarding.
It's all about doing the most good, obviously we're running a company, we want to see return and, make money, but the end goal and the reason why we did this is to help a population that's being underserved, especially kids who are getting this surgery and you have to live their whole life with a vertical back and constant pain. The end goal is just to help people.
We've learned so many life skills through the entrepreneurship process. We've learned so many technical skills through the product development process that a lot of this has been developing ourselves as people. And so I think that no matter where the company ends up, we all are very good friends. We will always be very good friends, and we will also just be so much better individuals because of this.